Okay, it's day 85, and people probably have heard that this owner of Dragon Distillery is a Navy logistics expert and probably was involved in setting up all the logistics for Uranium One, including the arms company ARMZ for John Podesta. But I want to back up a little bit and just do the preliminaries here and talk about how I had said this company that Mark ran, this transportation logistics, owned by this company called Daher, was connected to Lafarge, and Lafarge is going to be a company that you're going to see over and over again with the Clinton Foundation and this company here, Teneo. If you don't remember Teneo, this is Doug Band and the what I call the Bills at the Clinton Foundation. And I had basically said Teneo, the way Hillary had adapted Teneo was having Huma Abedin sort of run that from the seventh floor of the State Department, and basically became this outward arm of pay to play for Hillary Clinton and the Clinton Foundation. And Teneo was at the center of it. Now, Teneo is going to have fingerlings, different, and I think here we even go through the offices and show how close Teneo is to Daher TLI. So the key thing here, I think, is to remember that Teneo is the key. There's going to be different fingers of the hand. One of them is going to be transportation logistics. Other ones are going to be Cemex, for instance. Other Lafarge cement companies, basically. CEMEX, I believe, is the other one. Okay, so a little bit more background. We drilled down to the document level, as we always do. Went to the actual NRC filings. We found transportation logistics actually did theirs, but Uranium One and ARMZ never did file for their filing. So it's odd that they would arrest Mark Lambert, who did things the right way, again through Charleston, South Carolina. There, as you can see, and we still have yet to have Uranium One and ARMZ answer those questions. We went down to the actual employees, the operational level. We got fairly deep into this as far as our travels are concerned. And then, if you remember, John Solomon broke this story that ARMZ and Uranium One had shipped this yellow cake uranium to both Europe and Asia. And what I'm saying is, I don't know if John knows more, but I certainly know more because it went to UAE and through an intermediary then went on to Iran. Uranium One is not about shipping U.S. uranium to Europe and to companies in Europe. It's about shipping U.S. uranium to Iran through the intermediary of UAE, but to Iran. As I said from the beginning, Iran-Contra is this program. Now, we don't know yet if the Iwans know Mark Lambert. You're going to find out they do. But Teneo I've had throughout the whole series. Here's me talking about a lawyer now working there, Jason Miller. You might have known him from the Trump campaign. He was not involved in any of these actions. But here we are in Fulton, Maryland, Task Force and I at 8161 Maple Lawn at Daher TLI. And here I am in Frederick, Maryland. This is the day after I've interviewed Mark Lambert, and we're talking about him being a logistics expert and also very intense language training in Arabic. Now, does he or does he not know the Iwans? I'm going to say he does, but we'll find out as we get closer to testimony. Anyway, in the article, there's a couple of other pieces. There was only 12 counts, which to me of moving money from $50,000 transactions to about $100,000 transactions. And what I'm saying is the real story is Campbell. Campbell Soup is the real story. William Campbell is the hand-picked informant for Andrew McCabe, and that's where the real money is going to be. And if you look, they sent money to Latvia, Cyprus, and Switzerland. They only put one Cyprus transaction in here. I think Campbell is going to have more transactions, as well as Condrey, the previous president, to Cyprus. And we're going to be Gooberoff, or sometimes I nickname him Gooby Gooby Goo. That's where those transactions are going to be. But if you don't remember where Latvia is, here's St. Petersburg. This is where Putin trained in the KGB. This is where the effort was of their kind of cyber intrusion skills. After the fall of the Soviet Union, these people migrated to these Baltic countries. A lot of different, unfortunately, a lot of our different alphabet agencies created hacking teams in these countries, as well as businesses like online poker, etc. Now, very big center for hacking. Also a center and a recruiting center for bringing people into rat lines in Europe. Especially, they start as Lafarge driving concrete trucks. You don't want to stop a concrete truck because the concrete will set. So that's the cover. So you may remember Cemex, CEMEX from Haiti. So anyway, this yesterday, this 84.3, I really juxtaposed these cylinders with the conspirators really for the first time, and I think that may have triggered things just in people's mind. I put also Operation Cassandra and juxtaposed that to these uranium UF6 cylinders, saying I should have put the uranium on top as the top cover of the yellow cake, and I should have put the white cake below. But when the conspirators see that, it causes a visceral reaction like, oh my God, they know. So anyway, here's yesterday. I traced Fusion GPS in a series of cutouts all the way from here in Frederick, Maryland. Right there is where those boats were, to where Mark Lambert is, and I'll play a little clip of that. Going up and down that little canal and so forth. Well, and we went out to Dragon Distillery with Mark Lambert. And we know about all of transportation logistics, and we know about all of his companies and so forth. Is Walters Kluwer his lawyer? Again, he might be totally not knowing who his truckers are. The trucking network, it could be downstream, it could be a whole bunch of guys from Navy intelligence that are just using Mark Lambert here as because, I don't know, he made one of them mad. Okay, so what I'm saying is there's a trucking network here somewhere, and I don't know if Fusion GPS is doing the trucking network or his wife, actually, Mark Lambert's wife, the Krupniks, I think did the original, brought some of the Saipovs in, maybe, and maybe his wife's involved with that. But again, who are the good guys and who are the bad guys? You really don't know until you follow the information. And I'm sure his wife's very upset, the Krupnik family. But remember that the Krupniks, his wife, Mark Lambert, the Krupnik, the other Krupnik, her brother, I believe, ran U.S. Enrichment. That was the company that had the exclusive monopoly on uranium in the United States. That would be a key person to control if you wanted to ship uranium out of this country to Iran. So, just another finger here of the Lafarge hand, if you will. This is that Cemex company that I talked about. And these people are very active in Haiti. They're also very active in Egypt. Also, there was a person here in Florida, which I believe when Cemex was in Florida, that was a very active contractor for Haiti. Okay, and he had a company with this guy Saipov, the guy who ran people over in Chelsea. He had a trucking company. Now his name is Mohammed Soliman, and he had a trucking company in, I believe, I'm not going to say Elgin, Illinois, but near there. Near Transcom, which is the Transportation Authority or Command for the Armed Forces, as well as near the SEIU union for truckers as well. Not the Teamsters, but another one. Teamsters are also based in Chicago. So this is a trucking capital, and this, we ended up talking to them about portable radios in 1978, way back then. So it goes back a long way. But this is also connected to Lafarge, this Cemex, and the son of the person who owns Transportation Logistics, this Daher is the son. Daher bought Mark Lambert's company, Transportation Logistics. So it all kind of works its way up. Transport Logistics works its way to Daher. Daher works its way up to Cemex and Lafarge. Lafarge works its way up to Teneo. And it's really all about Teneo.